example of just a real simple overlay. So I did these real simple kind of book report formats for kids. You know, I read The Dinosaur Party by Rod Thoreau. They make those choices. The dinosaurs like to, they could pick their favorite part of the story. The dinosaurs like to eat. I thought it was boring, silly, tiring. Do you like parties? Just so now they're starting to do what? We ask all kids to do reactions to books. Right. Now they're getting an opportunity to have a reaction to the book just like anybody else. It's just more drawn out for them, so they're able to do it.
Rat-a-tat-tat, who is that? Open the door and see.
We're knocking. Let's see who it is. Oh my gosh. What do you think it is? Which one? So many cool choices.
A zebra.
Zebra.
It's a zebra.
Zebra.
Let's see what he's doing. Braying so loud. Ee-ah, ee-ah. Hiding in the tall grass or kicking and running.
Kick rat.
Okay, go ahead.
She wants to come in for tea.
Okay, so now this little guy is a guy who doesn't do anything independently. He has to have like people on him all the time to get any work done. But when you put the writing on the computer and you take away the pencil and you take away that, I've got to think of everything in order to write. Now he's like, wait a minute, I can write something and it's cool and here's pictures to support my ideas, so I'm not just having to do this really hard reading that's hard for me. Now you've got a kid who's cooperating and is writing really fun stories. He's engaged, he can be independent. So this is the first time I'm showing him how it works. Now I can say, okay, bud, here you go. You're going to come in and you're going to write a story. When you're all done, raise your hand and let me know. And he's sitting independently writing a story versus it being all about who's sitting next to them and how well they can control his behavior. You know, so it's just I can't impress how much the computer can be so helpful. You have to decide what you
I like.
I
I
don't like, or
it is hard.
it's so hard. Oh my gosh, we don't know which one of those you're going to write about. What would you like to tell me? You want to tell me what you like?
I
like. Now look at all the things here that you could like. I like to listen to stories, to read, to play with the ball, to ride my bike. Okay, so for this guy, it was really important because he says he likes everything. Because he doesn't want to have any negative affect at all. So you say to him, do you like pizza? Yeah. Do you like apples? Yeah. Do you like bread? Yeah. Meanwhile, if you gave him a piece of bread, he'd gag and throw up. So he's not even accurately understanding like, don't like. That's a fairly basic human thing. You know, we can tell people when we like something or we don't like something by our facial expressions, by our words. And so that activity was something I downloaded right off the exchange and said, you know what, but I put pictures in of things he liked and didn't like. That's how I adapted it. I didn't use their stuff. But it was set up in a way that he could begin to tell me what he liked and didn't like. And I actually had to go back and ask his mom some of the stuff because I'm like, you know, what does he like? What doesn't he like? He's got to learn to begin to report accurately to people. Because if he was at my house, you know, I'd ask him what he wants to eat. He'd tell me something. I'd make it, and he'd have to eat it. You know, that would just be it. So, all right, IntelliTalk for writing. Here are some of these templates we can make that can kind of revolve around so that we can talk about things that happen in the story. You're working so hard. That wouldn't be very fair. Are you guys saw this my turn? Can Susan have a turn, please? Thank you. Thank you, darling. I think you should do it for your cute little face, not mine. Your guesses are so good. Ooh, a spoonful of medicine. Oh, Susan. So one of the things that we'll look at, this is just a real simple activity on Classroom Suite that I downloaded. It's just got little simple music things. You know, we've also got to figure out ways to give a variety of kids leisure activities. What can they do just for fun? And certainly, Our higher functioning kids, our more capable kids, they can surf the net, they can do lots of things on a computer. But some of our kids that aren't as physically capable or cognitively capable need to have some other things set up for them so they do have some leisure activities versus just
Zoom in.
twiddling things all day.
Let's see. The overlay you're using.
Okay, so this overlay, I just wanted to get a quick shot of this overlay. This is an overlay that went with a story that this boy read, and all he is doing is he's going to push on the different animals, and the animals are going to come up on the screen, and they're going to dance around. But what I can do is I can take this same overlay and do a save as, and I can pull the pictures off, and now he's just got the words, so he's learning to associate the words with the animals that were in the story. And then I can put the whole thing into quiz format, the same activity, and say, it'll come up and say, can you find the elephant? And then he has to hit the elephant to be correct. So just lots of ways that you can use this to review vocabulary, to add vocabulary that kids have written, to do some kind of an assessment about vocabulary. You can do it on Classroom Suite. So here's just a word study activity. So it was, cooking and then a picture of cooking. We talked about self-selected reading. One of the templates that I have on your CD is this kind of a template that's set up so that you can attach a book and attach some songs. You also have some books and songs on your CD. I'm going to teach you how to attach those up because it's really nice for kids, and it's really nice for you, actually, to be able to organize activities in this kind of a format. You could actually put together a grid like this that had all your activities that you did for your whole unit. Because you could make it open up a PowerPoint. You could make it open up a Kidspiration. You could have it all organized through Classroom Suite and have it open and close through Classroom Suite. Math activities, there are really simple math activities. There's algebraic math activities, all kinds of math activities that are on that can be done with Classroom Suite. Here are some kind of simple word problems when you can start kids out doing some very easy word problems so they start to understand that the language is important for them to understand. Social studies, there's just tons of activities on the Exchange, but there's lots of people that have also created social studies units that are done in Classroom Suite. So when you went on Learning Magic, that website, Byron Wilkes has gone all across the United States interviewing teachers and talking to 4th, 5th, junior high teachers, and they're all saying, don't create activities for kids in early elementary, because there's enough stuff out there. Work for us. We want stuff that's for our junior high and our high school kids, because there just isn't a lot of stuff out there. And so he's kind of dedicated his whole authoring, all of his authoring, to hitting social studies and science. Here's just a real simple science storybook that you can make in Classroom Suite. So I just wanted to show you a few of the things that